Welcome to City League Sports Show. Simply put, the show that talks about all things Columbus City League athletics. Joining the show today are some of the Briggs Bruins softball team. We have players Brianna Dowell.
Hello.
Hello, Alyssa Taylor.
Hi.
Ariyoana Smith. Did I say that right? Hey, I said it right. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarendon. So let's get into some stories. I want to start off with something that I've heard for really maybe the last 8 or 9 years, which would be before your time entering into high school. And I want to start off with a moniker that I hear around the school called Bruin Strong, right? Is that a part of what is in, before we get into any softball, I'm like, is that a part of what you feel every day as students walking around at Briggs? What does Bruin Strong mean? For all the listeners, everyone that's wondering about what's going on, West Side, Columbus, Briggs High School, what is Bruin Strong?
It's like, I don't know what it's called, but like each letter has like a word to go to it.
Okay.
So like the S is like supportive, the T is trustworthy, the O, the R comes next. Respect is next.
Okay.
And then O,
I don't remember what that
open-minded.
Open-minded.
N, never give up. And G is growth mindset.
Growth mindset. Okay, so Bruin Strong is just about a way in which you should live as students and being a student at Briggs High School, and it encompasses all these different principles and ideas. All of you been there since freshman?
Yeah.
Yes. So you're 3 and 4 year students. So before we get too deep into it, kind of say, I know you said hello, but say hello again, and then kind of say a little bit about yourself. You know, the grades you were in, all that type of stuff this school year.
Oh.
Yeah. Look. I saw that face. Like, I'm not in the grade anymore. Say the grade you just finished.
So I was a senior this year at Briggs.
This is Alyssa speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want me to say that?
No. Go ahead. I know. I'm saying that for you. For all our listeners out there, I'm saying it for you.
I was a senior this year at Briggs High School. We really didn't get like a full high school like career because of COVID and everything. So
Okay.
I think our
COVID was your 9th grade year?
Yeah, it
Okay.
started 9th grade, and then our sophomore year we was mostly at home, and then we went to coming like 2 days a week. And then junior year, it still wasn't completely normal. We didn't have any like pep rallies or anything.
Oh wow.
So senior year was definitely just the like only year we had in high school.
Like
So
your
it went by
your
real
first
fast.
year.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So that was like like your first kind of traditional year.
Yeah.
Had prom, pep rallies, all those sorts of things, homecoming, things that you can think of and embrace as a high school student.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, share with go ahead, Bree. You share with us as well some of your thoughts on it.
So I just finished up my junior year. So that means COVID was my 8th grade and half of my 9th grade year.
Okay.
So this year, I mean, it was like, it wasn't hard, but it was like, I don't know, humbling, I guess. Because like a lot of people, like they just think it's all like so easy, but nobody actually puts in the work. Like if you want to get it, you have to put in the work. So, and half of the people didn't do that during the COVID years because they would just sit on the computers and they just wouldn't do it.
Right.
So I think it was humbling for a lot of people.
Okay. What you got, Ariyoana?
So I am a graduated senior from Briggs High School.
Nice. Okay.
And I would say that COVID had a big impact on everybody's like freshman through sophomore year because like we all had a schedule. We were all like on track doing like the same thing, and then everything changed.
Right.
So with that abrupt change, everybody's life kind of like drifted into different paths.
Yeah.
So
Could you, like being seniors or recent graduates, when you were in your 9th grade year, could you feel it? I know we haven't talked about COVID for a long time, but could you feel that like something really, really strange was going on? Could you absorb that at 14 years old?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you could? Okay.
Yeah, like so at first we thought like we were just gonna have a long spring break because
Right.
we was
Well, that's how we talked about it around the world, right?
We was actually on the field when we got the notification that we were no longer allowed to play softball or any sports anymore.
Okay.
And so we all had to get off the field and we all just left, and that's where it ended.
Wow. So just somebody came out and said, hey, look, wrap it up here today. And then practice ends. You go inside, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, when are we coming back?
Yeah, it was one of the parents actually.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, messaging, then like everything happened so quickly, and you just had different groups coming and sharing stuff. So you guys worked through that, and then now here you sit. And now let's get into some of the softball, right? Let's get into the fun stuff. Here you sit now 4 years later as freshmen who were pulled off the field, right, because of COVID. and you work your way back into, obviously, contention, City League South champions this year. You go to the City League championship. Tell me about the hard work that Briggs softball is putting in. This is open to anyone who wants to go first. Tell me about the hard work that you're putting in to get to that kind of championship type level.
You want to go? I'll go.
You go.
Okay. What it means to be a part of a Bruins softball team is your dedication.
Okay.
Your hard work, like what you're willing to do, the sacrifices you're willing to make. Like this softball team, we are wanting like all of your time to be able to improve our like bill, like all of our skills, all of our abilities.
Yeah.
It means a lot. Like you aren't just building
Tell me about the sacrifice. What does it look like? How much time are you guys putting in?
Monday through Friday from like 3 to 5, sometimes 5:30.
Okay, so you're putting in after school, like every day, a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours, 2 or 3 hours a day after school. But before the season, are there things going on? Is there a preseason workout to get you prepped and ready for the season?
Yeah, we had like open, because we aren't allowed like going together as a team until like a certain date. So we had like our open cages. If some people wanted to hit, we could go.
Okay.
And we actually like all bonded together as a team actually.
Nice. Okay. So you're doing work before the season, and you're preparing for this as a goal. So now I'm gonna focus on you for a moment because if I understand correctly, your dad is the coach, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let's stay in that space for a moment. What's it like playing for your parent on a team? What is that like?
I've been playing since I was like 7, and he's either been like the assistant coach or the coach like every single year. He's always been a part of my softball career. So, and he definitely pushes me. Like he doesn't just like single me out. He pushes me because he knows like how I am, and he doesn't let me down.
Nice. Okay. So you got a dad there who's pushing you as a parent. You got a coach there who's pushing you as a coach, and as a player, he's been with you for a really long time. I'm hearing you say. So what is a Bruins softball practice like? I mean, are y'all getting after it? Are y'all having fun? Is it a mixture of both? No fun.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Okay.
I think it's a mixture, like an even mixture. So like, I think it also depends on like if we had a game the day before, or if we're preparing for a big game. Like if we have a game the day before, and then we just go to like work on like tiny little things that needed fixed, we'll focus on those while also trying to have fun with it. Like we'll do the drills, but we'll also make jokes and talk with each other. And then if we're preparing for a bigger game, or like a game that's in a few days, we'll work harder, we'll do more drills, and like it's less like jokes and stuff, and we might even practice longer.
Yeah, like we know when to take it serious.
Yeah. Certainly. So you know when to get into it and get going and focus, and being able to have just a really good, preparation time, saying, okay, look, we got a big game coming up. Let's go have some fun. So when you say fun, like, I mean, are y'all out there singing and having a good time?
Yeah.
Everybody said yes. So what are we singing? Are these softball songs? Are these popular songs? What
It's
songs
just
are we
whatever.
singing?
If you're like scrolling through TikTok and you hear like the famous audios, you'll hear that in the outfield. Or if you'll look back and you hear like the coaches laughing, you'll see like one of our teammates dancing out there.
Certainly.
That's fun. We bring a speaker too, so we kind of just.
Oh, so there's music during practice.
Yeah.
So
but on the
speakers
serious
get
ones,
rolled
we
out.
turn it down.
Oh, on the serious ones, we turn it down just a little bit.
But
like when there's no music, it's kind of just like dead. Like, but as soon as the music gets turned on, it's fun.
You have to have a nice balance.
Yeah.
Especially to build that type of mindset to be competitive and win at a high level. So you said you've been playing since 7. Bree, how long have you been playing?
Well, I started baseball at like 3 or 4.
Oh, wow.
Well, I started T-ball, and then I went to baseball. And when I was about 7, I picked up softball.
Ariana, what about you?
I started playing when I was like 10.
10. Okay, so you guys all have been playing for a really long time. And did you play in middle school? Did everybody play middle school softball? Play together. So this core has been together around each other for a long time.
Yeah, me and her actually played for like a
we played rec ball together, and then
Yeah.
we went on to a few 1 or 2 years of travel ball.
Okay.
And then that took us into middle school, and then
Okay.
we played there.
Yeah, so we've been together for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you all know each other really well.
Yeah.
Then. Like as a group, you know each other really well. You've been playing together now, and then that like you get a new chapter in life though, right? So you
Yeah.
got some transitioning going on. You're a junior,
Well, I'm an upcoming senior.
upcoming senior, yes indeed, and then you all are graduates and leaving, and so now like you got to carry the torch. So do you feel that type of pressure now, being a upcoming senior? Now you got to carry the torch and make sure that things go well.
Yeah, like because we have 5 graduating seniors.
Oh, wow.
And they like most of our infield, our second baseman, our pitcher, our third baseman, and our catcher. And then we have an outfielder who's also leaving. So losing
Almost the whole team.
Yeah, so losing
wow.
5 of our like players is kind of like, what do we do now? Because
Right.
now that means our freshmen and our incoming freshmen, like our rising sophomores and incoming
Certainly.
freshmen, are gonna have to put in a lot of work to earn those spots.
Right.
And so making sure we get them to stay dedicated and like focusing on what they need to is definitely gonna be a lot.
Now, give her some advice, seniors. How do you do that? How do you get underclassmen to stay dedicated and stay focused? What's the trick to that?
You kind of just have to build bonds with them because there was 2 freshmen this year that I actually built like a very strong bond
Okay.
with, and kind of just took them under my wing. Like at first, their grades were no.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So they needed some help then.
Yeah, and then our AD actually helped them. Like,
Okay.
if they have bad grades, he'll sit them down and he'll make you do work.
Yeah,
you know?
nice. Okay.
Yeah, and they actually didn't have to worry about their grades anymore. Like, a lot of freshmen are struggling with grades and even like all underclassmen not being eligible for sports and stuff.
Right.
But like, if you actually take them under their wing and show them that it's fun and that there's actually something to play for
Right.
and to worry about, then it's
What made you do that? Where does that character come from? Is this just 2 people you were drawn to, or did
Yeah,
somebody point that out to you? Like how do you come across that energy?
so they first started playing volleyball with Bree.
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay. Multi-sport students.
Yeah.
We got some volleyball going on. We got some
Yeah.
softball going on. Okay.
And then when one of them moved to softball, the other one didn't know if she wanted to play softball, but we would beg her and like call her
Yeah.
every day, and she eventually came, and she
Nice.
didn't
Yeah.
regret it. She had fun.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Okay. So what do you got? Do you have some advice on how you can get maybe some underclassmen locked in and focused to want to participate?
Just give some guidance. Nobody knows where life is really going to start. They're just going based off like a mindset, going into school thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go to school and not even trying like curricular like
Yeah, just trying just trying
Activities.
something new, right?
exactly.
Yeah,
and
that-
you'll never
I
know
mean-
what you get out of that.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I think that young people out there that are listening, parents, families, anyone that's tuned into the show, get your kids involved in something, right? Because I just think you have another connection to school, which is going to only help you down the long run. So let's get into some of the nitty gritty. About like the season and what went on. So Alyssa, you're one of the pitchers on the team.
I'm the only pitcher.
You're the only pitcher on the team. Oh, well, y'all got to develop some other pitchers then, right?
Yeah, we
got to
have-
get somebody out there throwing the ball a little bit.
We have a sophomore that's actually, she's not bad at all. She's actually trying, and I'm pretty sure she's going to have to be our pitcher this coming year.
Okay, but now shouldn't the team have more than one pitcher though?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were getting it in. You were getting a lot of work in, and I understand you had like 6 no-hitters.
Yeah.
Wow. So who was catching for you? Who was the catcher?
Braley. Mullins.
Braley.
Yeah.
Okay, say Braley's name with some love. Give Braley some love.
You want to say it again?
Yes, I want you to say it again. I want you.
Braley.
Braley is Braley the only catcher?
No.
No. So who else is catching? Oh, you're one of the catchers also.
Yeah, I can catch, but we mostly stick to Braley, and I stay at short most of the time.
Okay.
Braley's actually going to Shawnee State to play, so she was getting a lot of work in back there.
Yeah.
Wow. I was hoping hold the fort down in the infield if something were to get hit. Me and Ariyoana were together.
Yeah. Okay. What position did you play?
I played third.
Played third. You guys over on that corner on that left
Yeah.
side of the field holding it together, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful stuff. So you were pitching this year, a couple no-hitters. All of you seem to be doing really well statistically in softball, and so you've been playing for a long time. like, I'll turn to you. Is it just something you've been passionate about? Like, where's the draw? What's kept you going all these years?
Yeah. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids that did not want to do that at all. I did not want to do a sport. I just wanted to go and have fun, but I didn't know that I could have fun doing a sport as well. Like, I was always antisocial. I never wanted to, like, make new connections. Like, I just wanted to be by myself. But going into softball, it was different. Like, I actually had fun, like, and it pushed me. Like, if something I couldn't do and it challenged me, it was like, wow, I really want to get better at this. I want to pursue it.
Right, but you said a whole lot just now, right? So we're going to break a little bit of that down. If you were the kid that wasn't wanting to do things, I'm interested to hear. Then where's the start? How does it happen? How do you end up on a softball field one day? Because that's a pretty big leap, right? So is that a parent pushing you? Is that a sibling? Is that mom or dad? Is that grandma, uncle? So tell me about that. How do you end up on a softball field one day?
I ended up at a softball field one day just because my dad wanted to go look. And then next thing I know, next day I'm at a batting cage. And I'm like, I can't do this. What are we doing
Now,
here?
what age is this?
I was probably like 10.
10 years old.
When I first started rec ball.
Okay.
And my dad was like, just go up there, just try. Wow. And I was getting frustrated because I wasn't hitting.
Good
and then
for Dad.
I stood in there. He made me stay in there until I started hitting. And I was like, wow. This is actually kind of fun.
Dad, you made her stay in there. That resulted in 6 home runs this last season, right?
And so we invested into a rec ball team, Gladden Community House.
Okay.
And I played for the Gladden Lady Hawks.
What's your dad's name?
Ralph Smith.
Ralph Smith. We give Dad a shout out. Ralph Smith. Good job, Dad. Go ahead. I'm listening.
But I just ended up playing, and at first I was playing first. They had the shortest person playing first, but we won't talk about that.
That's what happens in rec league. You know what I mean? Everybody's a little bit of every place on rec team when you're young. And it's good because you learn different positions, so you learn about the game when that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Dad takes you one day to say, hey, let's go watch some softball. And then the next day you're in a batting cage somewhere. And he's like, here, grab a bat and try to swing and hit the ball.
Yes.
Wow. And then from there you just keep going back until you end up on
The team.
Briggs softball team, and you're part of a championship team, and you make these bonds and friendships for life, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I think that's fun to hear because everybody kind of has their own little journey and path on how they show up. You're telling us you're playing T-ball, your dad's a coach, and your dad, from what I understand, is a City League guy, went to East High School, played baseball.
He also coached Briggs Bruins baseball actually
a
while ago.
Okay, so he knows the Briggs West Side through and through, right? He did a little bit of the baseball team, came on board and coached you all, and so I know he's not here with us this morning, but obviously then just being an integral part. Right, and from what I understand, he coached some of you all when you were
Yeah.
So he's like coach forever, right? Like you've just known him as coach pretty much as long as you've been in existence around just on the West Side. He's been coach to you for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have siblings, Alyssa?
Yeah, but they're all older.
Okay, so you're the baby.
Older. Yeah.
So share with me now. I'm like this. I'm throwing a curveball question at you. This is not one that you probably would expect to hear. But how is it sharing Dad with everybody else? I mean, like, is it just normal for you? And does he still find obviously that opportunity to like make it work for you, and then obviously being so caring to everybody else who's on the team, because it sounds like he's been coaching these young ladies forever.
Yeah, he actually still coaches me and Ariyoana. We play travel ball together.
Oh wow! So it just doesn't stop, right?
No, it doesn't. And Briggs basically lived at my house before, so
I was just about to say like how many nights do you just end up spending the night? You're just over there. The team is always together, aren't they?
Yeah, we used to live at each other's houses. So
got it. So it's just normal for you.
Yeah.
You get it. Good for Dad. Kudos to him to bring all of this together and for you all to have this opportunity. So now I want to focus in on the season a little bit. You finish the season, you play in the City League Championship, you win the South Division, but I want to hear from each of you, and it could be any game you want to choose, but I want to hear from you. Choose a game and tell me like a special memory that you had, or any special memory just from high school, and especially for you two seniors that just walked out the door, you've graduated. We're gonna wait for you. I'm gonna give you all a little bit. Bree, you're on the hot seat first, right? Give me a special memory from Briggs softball that you really enjoyed the past couple of years or this past season.
I don't really know.
No, you didn't have any special moments? Did you hit for the cycle? Did you hit a triple? Did you do anything? Did you hit a home run? Anything that's memorable for you?
I did. We played a try against Bexley and Heights, and we were like losing. It was like we were down by very little points to Heights, like towards like the end of the game.
Couple runs.
Yeah. And then when I went up to bat, I was like, all right, all this pressure's on me now. And so I had to like relax and like not even think about it. And I ended up hitting my first home run over the fence for school ball at Franklin Heights.
Wow.
To bring us up 12. 14
But I
to
mean,
12.
so, okay, hold on a second. We got to get a little bit more detail than that. Is there anybody on base when you come up to bat? I mean, is this a solo home run?
It was Ari.
So where are you at? Are you on?
I was on second.
You're on second. So you got out there. Did you get walked or did you get a hit?
I was hitting that game.
You was hitting that game. So you got a hit. You're on second. You're in scoring position. Bree, you come up to bat. You can feel the pressure. And then you hit your first. This is your first home run?
Yeah, for school ball.
For school ball, your first school Bruin softball home run, and it puts the team up 14-12. You take the lead on your home run.
Yep.
Wow.
And then that's how we won the game. Well, not just because the home run, but like we won the game 14-12.
You took the lead and then you ended up winning the game.
I think we was tied 12-12 at that point. Or it was like 12-11. It was something like
that.
And it was the last inning.
Yeah, oh, wow.
Yeah, and then we ended up winning 14-12.
Nice. So you guys at the top of the inning, last inning of the game, you hit a home run. I mean, now that's I'm hoping the whole team got excited off of that. Right?
Yeah, I think I kind of lost my voice.
Screaming, just going crazy for that one. Okay, so now look, you all can't take that one, right? She just gave a really fun. I mean, but you hit a home run, your first one, and that's a fun moment to be in, right? Because all the hard work then comes together at that one special time. So now I'm turning to the two seniors. Who's going first here?
Alyssa.
Or the two graduates? Alyssa. Look, she threw that. She said, Alyssa, you're going first here.
I don't know. I just feel like every single city league game, or like the city championship game, just because even if we win or lose, it's always knowing that we had fun as a team and the season was always like great and we were ready for the next season.
Certainly.
But this one was definitely emotional. I'd say this one is definitely the best one because we all played together, like, and even if we lost, like, we knew that we were going to have fun.
Well, and let me share this to each of you. Bree, you may not understand this yet because you're just not a senior. I haven't seen a kid yet whose last game is not emotional, even if you only played one season, right? And the reason why is because it's that realization that things are going to change. And change is a little bit different. You know what I mean? Change is something that not everyone does well. And so when you have that last game, no matter if it's a regular season game or if you get an opportunity to finish it in a championship type of game, it's always a little bit different. I can remember my last high school game playing basketball still to this day. We were at the fairgrounds, Coliseum, back when they would play basketball there. We lost. I cried like I'm looking at the underclassmen like, why ain't y'all crying? They like, whatever, dude. We out here. We going out here to have fun. I'm thinking, no, there's no fun, right? And so I get that piece of it, but I will share this with you. Like in sports, when you're talking about like the true competitive satisfaction of it, only one team gets to be satisfied at the end of a season, no matter what level it is. And that's because even if you make it all the way to the championship, one team still ends up on the losing side of it, right? And so, but you have to be able to capture and understand that making it to a championship is a great season. Right, like even though you may not win it, that is a great season, and because a lot of teams, or the majority of teams, right, 99% of them don't make it to the championship. It's only two teams at the end. Whether you're talking about the Super Bowl and the two football teams, or whether all the way down, only two teams make it to the end. So that's fun stuff. So come on, what you got over here, Ariyoana? Share with us your thought. Look, are you a little teary eyed for us? No. Oh, because we're allowed to cry on here.
No.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I just want you to know this is we get to have fun. We get to cry on here. We can have a little bit of fun.
I think this was our away game. I think it was at East, and it started downpouring. And so we ended up just all leaving, and we rode this bus ride home, and the lady had the windows all the way up, no air running. It was so humid, and we were all just cracking jokes. Like, we didn't know her name, but we were just having fun together. Like, it was the bus ride moments that like we know will probably be the best parts because regardless, we're together. We're going there. We're coming back together. Like we will be together.
Right.
And it's just like the little memories that we make, the things we say, it'll always impact us.
Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting that at all. I thought you was going to say, like, I hit a home run against somebody. No. But you remembered a rain out, right?
Yeah.
Like, who remembers the rain out?
It was Eastmore.
Yeah.
And it was already up, like, 14-0 in the second
And then, so he said there was no point because if you don't finish, like, 4 innings at least, you have to go back and finish playing. And he said there's no point.
And there was already a lot of games we had to make up anyways.
Yeah.
I agree, though, with the bus rides because we always have this tradition where at every railroad crossing, we all touch a screw.
And lift your feet up. You gotta lift your feet up and touch the ball.
You're holding the bus together.
Holding the bus together. I love it. Where did that come from? Who came up with that?
Yeah. It started our sophomore year because we didn't have our freshman year, and it's stuck ever since, every single game.
So on the bus, when you go over railroad tracks,
put your finger on the ball and lift your feet up.
Put your feet up.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Hey, look, that one has to, you got to make, Bree, that is on you to make sure that one lives on forever. Right, like that is a fun one because you all will truly remember that. I mean, out of all things, you'll remember that one. That'll be a special place when you guys get together 10 years from now and you're sitting around talking. That'll be one that you remember. You know what I mean? That's a nice piece. And then, like you said, you share a rain out. So now let me go back to something you shared, Alyssa, a little while ago. You spoke about the importance of connecting with some underclassmen and then also being a part of their support system academically. So, academically, it sounds like all of you done really well in school and you guys are in the classroom getting it done. Like for you, like for each of you, where does that come from? Is that a Briggs thing? Is that a family thing? Is that a softball thing? Or is that a combination of all of that?
Well, a lot of people like struggle in school, and for like my household, my mom and dad, if I don't have at least an A or a B, they're on my butt about it. So, and softball kind of just motivates me because I know if I don't have the grades, then I'm not going to be able to play the sport that I love.
Okay. What about you all?
That's why I think most people, like high school students, should join a sport because it helps you to keep your grades up. Like when you don't have something to look forward to or something that's holding you accountable for your grades, most people, they'll just let it fail. Like they won't work for it. Like, I can't play football this season or I can't play basketball. But that's why I think playing a sport is good to do in high school. And my grades, it just comes from like a combination. Like I've always liked to have good grades. I don't like to see like that I'm failing or like I want to be successful. I want to go to college. I want to have a good job.
I love it.
So I don't want like have bad grades because then I can't get into a good college. And so it's always been like a thing. All my sisters, one of my sisters, she's always had good grades.
That's nice. That's cool. Yeah. Ariyoana, what you smiling about over there? What are you thinking when I talk about grades?
But grades for me, man, I'm not going to lie. My grades have always been, like, outstanding until the COVID year. And I'm not going to lie, I probably was one of those kids that slacked off. And I do regret that a whole bunch because, like, now, like, my cumulative, it could have been a 4 point, maybe a 3.5.
Certainly.
But
Can I change that word regret?
Yes.
To I learned from it.
A lesson.
Yeah, you learn from. You don't have to regret it. Just because here's the thing, and I'll share this for all the listeners, for you all here today. Regret only has to continue to be in a space of regret if you don't learn from it.
Yeah.
Right. So if you learn from whatever decision that you didn't like, then it can always be a learnable moment in your life. You can always look back at that, and it can be a learn. You know, this is an opportunity where I did X. I didn't like the results I got from X, so I learned from it. Regret says, it happened, and I'm not, I didn't do anything from it. I didn't make any changes in my life. So I just want you to change that word. So the next time when you go to whoever you're speaking to, whether you're out on a date or talking to your parents or hanging out with your friends, and this topic of COVID comes up, I don't want you to say that I regret what took place. I want you to change it to, I learned from my year that I slacked off a little bit and I don't want to be in that space anymore. Right. I hope that helps you a little bit, right? But I'd love for you to change that thought and change that word from regret to learn from. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, look at and I still want your thinking. But in the end, you're saying you had this moment COVID comes, turning your life upside down, but then you get back on track, though, right?
For sure.
So you, I mean, you didn't live in that space of regret for too long.
No, not at all. And I mean, it was never like a thing that was going to continue because my parents do not play that. Not at all.
None of our
Gotcha.
parents.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you know,
So-
support systems are important. And as I shared with you all, the time flies by fast, and we're already at kind of our time for today's show. They've given me the cue from the back, right, to say, hey, it's time to start to wrap it up. But what I want to allow each of you to do, and we'll start with the rising senior, as she said, I'm a rising senior, right? So Bree, we're going to start with you. You can say anything you want to share. You can give a shout out. We give shout outs on this show all the time. You can give a shout out, but share anything you want to share that maybe I didn't talk about here today before we start to do our rundown.
I just want to give a shout out to my support system, like my family, my coaches, my friends, and all that for keeping me like going and for pushing me to do my best.
Nice. I love it. We'll turn over here to you, Ariyoana, this time.
I as well want to thank my support system, but I want to.
Who are these support systems people? Hold on, like say some names. We give names on here. When you say support system, give me at least one name.
At least one name. My parents probably. Sean and Stephanie Dowell.
Yeah, come on, parents got names. I know sometimes we just mom and dad, but we got real names out here. We're real people. Okay, so Sean and Stephanie, go ahead. Let's hear what you got over here.
Ralph and Don.
Love it. Okay,
but there's some things that I want to say is that your life will continue to go. So don't dwell in one moment and keep striving to go forward. Don't give up on yourself because I've seen too many people just drop out of school and their life probably went down a wrong path, but that does not have to be you.
I love it. Nice words there as you wrap out. Alyssa, what you got? Coach's daughter, right? Come on, what you got over here? What do you want to share?
I don't know. I definitely have to give a shout out to my mom and dad, which is Sam and Carrie, and then my brother, which is Zach. He also used to go to Briggs.
Okay.
But they've definitely pushed me to be my best and got me to where I am today.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to your dad. I know he's not with us, but obviously the coach of Briggs softball team sounds like he's been you all's coach forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And has been helping to guide you all as young people and putting in. And let me share with you. Right, and I know you all don't, and I'm not expecting you to see it, but I want to share that it takes a lot of work on the adult side of it to have that level of commitment. When you're coaching youth teams and you got to show up day after day, tournament after tournament to be there, it takes a lot. So shout out to him. Shout out to Briggs softball. You guys are a fun bunch. I'm going to ask you two young ladies to do something. No, take this hair of yours and push it. Yeah, let's get the broom. Let's get the bear out there. Let's get the. You got your. Well, you got it on your jacket. I just want to make sure because she has her Bruins Paul out here. You guys got, but I want everybody to see your love here for Briggs High School. You guys have been a phenomenal and fun bunch. I told you our time goes by fast. I gotta read an outro. We get out of here and then we're done, right? We get to say our goodbyes. So thank you to all of you all. My honor to enjoy this moment with you here. Much respect to you. You know what I mean? Keep striving. I want to see Briggs back in it. You know what I mean? So you gotta find a way. Get those young people involved. Get the team together. Rally. Get the stuff going on in the summer. Make sure everybody's doing their part. Be sure to catch all future episodes on WCBE 90.5 FM. Catch us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. Follow us on Instagram, City League Sports 614. I'm your host, Vince Clarno. These ladies right here are brewing strong.